I have been experimenting a bit with local LLMs. Um, LLM standing for large language models. And basically it's what powers whatever you know as the ChatGPTs, the Claudes, and Geminis, for those who aren't aware. So those ones actually run over the cloud. They don't run on your phone. They run over the cloud, and whatever you get is just streamed in from the cloud. But over the years, people have been trying to get some of these models working locally on our devices. There's actually a nice development with Gemma. Gemma is provided by Google, and it runs actually on your phone. There's one particular small tiny model that runs on your phone. I think it's like 2 GB. So yeah, we've gotten to that point. And the good thing with this is I was actually testing it out a bit. I was testing out another model. This one here is Qwen. Qwen is a Chinese LLM. I believe it's, supplied by Alibaba, if I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, please stand to be corrected. Well, this is Qwen 3.6. It's a 27 billion parameter model. And I was testing out how well the output we can get if I give it this particular prompt. It's just a prompt to make it give us a tic-tac-toe game that we can actually interact with live. And as you can see, it actually works. So like let me say, yeah, there we go. So it's actually interactive, it works, and that's a good thing with it. Only issue is it took quite some time to compile this code. I don't know, it says thought for 34 seconds. Yeah, it did think for 34 seconds, but actually compiling the code took a bit longer. It took like somewhere between 3 to 4 minutes just to compile this, let me see, 419 lines of code. So yeah, this was quite interesting because I gave that same prompt, and for the pixel peepers who want to read everything, you can compare it right here. This is what I gave Qwen, and this is what I gave this Claude, and we're running on Opus 4.8 and on high. So funny enough, the local LLM gave me something that's workable that I can interact with as compared to Claude, because I'm clicking, but error. So lucid is not defined. So there's something off. I don't know if maybe I'll try and run this separately, not here on this preview. The code is there, so I can just do it. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not of the opinion that local LLM is going to get to a point where it's gonna be better than cloud LLMs, the likes of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. No, that's not the case. From how I see things, I say it in a way that local LLMs, as dumb as they are, because some are quite some characters, because if I give the same, let's make a new chat, let's paste the same prompt, let's feed this to DeepSeek. I'm sure you all know DeepSeek, and this one is an LLM that's basically tuned to coding. So if I was to run that same prompt, it's quite fast. This one will do it like blazingly fast. Only issue is that it's not as accurate as Qwen, mostly because of the parameter size. This one is like 16 billion parameters. The other is like 27 billion parameters. So as you can see here, it's doing it quite fast. I can actually hear my GPU revving. But back to my point, local LLMs have a place. So just give us a reset game. It doesn't work, but I'm sure with it did write the HTML. So, you know, with more iterations, you can get the code to work, but currently it doesn't work. But back to Qwen. Local LLMs have a place, and how I see things probably in the future is that, you know, with all these rising costs, the rising API costs, I saw like a cool video whereby they were saying that Uber burnt through like tons of money due to API costs, like $1 million USD, if I'm not wrong, in like a matter of months, just in API costs. But you know, with local LLMs, basically you're only paying for electricity. What if we get to the point where we take a hybrid approach, where we, you know, delegate those very critical tasks to the likes of Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and all the other cloud models. But for these simple iterations, we delegate those to the local LLMs because they do a pretty nice job. You can see here what Qwen did. And the good things with local LLMs is that, you know, they offer privacy. And this is a good use case for banks, you know, institutions like schools, hospitals, where they, you know, churn out huge chunks of data, but they want to ensure that they are, you know, sort of safe. And you can't do that by passing all that information through to ChatGPT or OpenAI. That information will be sold. So local LLMs do have their place, as much as some of them are dumb, like I showed you with DeepSeek. I'm not saying that DeepSeek, it's just that particular model is quite small, so it's expected. But with Qwen, the 27 billion parameter is really nice. So they do have their place. So if we could sort of get to a place where we have like a hybrid approach, I think that will be the best case scenario where, you know, everyone wins. And it will be quite fun to get to that point, because right now things are quite expensive to say the least. Yeah, so yeah, that's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you think this is quite far-fetched? How do we integrate this tool? I do know that there's those people who are doing it. But I would want to hear from you. Thank you.